I'm really excited to introduce you all to my friend, Harriete Estel Berman. Harriet is so delightful. I just loved our time together. Um, Harriet creates Judaica from found objects. So, what that means is that she uses recycled materials in her art. She has a series of seder plates that she's crafted from tin cans and old metal doll houses. I'm telling you, you guys are not going to look at your trash in the same way ever again. Her work is spectacular with incredible painstaking detail, offering layers and layers of story in the images that she uses. I mean, each piece is like a novel. I love Harriet's passion for her art, her passion for saving the planet. I think she's just the coolest, and I'm really excited that she's here. Harriet's energy is infectious. And on a side note, she shared with me, in addition to doing all of her beautiful art, she, in the pandemic, was teaching an exercise class outside in her neighborhood. Harriet, like me, is from California. I think we're the only ones here today from California, so that's a special connection that we have. I can't wait for you to meet her. So without further ado, here's Harriet.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be here. I'm thrilled. Do you want me to just talk about this seder plate, or?
Sure, go ahead. Yep.
There's a seder plate in the book, and that one's shown right here. That one's at the Minneapolis Institute of Art. So if you're in Minneapolis, or you get to travel in your future, you'll get to see that seder plate, because I think it's usually on display. It's made entirely from recycled tin cans, literally trash that people would normally throw away. And when I was making this particular seder plate, I did a lot of research about the costumes that people wore throughout the centuries in the exodus of the Jewish people. So you see the silhouettes of the people as their costume changed throughout 2,000 years. And behind them are architectural iconic images of buildings, also cut from recycled tin cans. In this case, they were the metallic gold. And on the top of the seder plate are the customary foods for seder. And one of the signature aspects of my seder plates is that I include an orange on my seder plate. And I wonder if everybody knows the story about putting an orange on their seder plate.
I think you can just do it briefly for those who might not.
Okay, well, we put an orange on the seder plate symbolizing women in Jewish leadership and the inclusion of gay, lesbian, and marginal communities. And I think that's a really important concept for the 21st century.
Thank you, Harriet. Did you want to chat about the seder plate that
Oh, yeah,
is behind
sure.
you now as well?
Well, this one's a little more colorful. It's made entirely, again, out of recycled tin cans. And a lot of times people wonder, what's a tin can? Where do I get tin cans? But this is an example of a little olive oil tin, as an example. There are plenty in the grocery store. And you'll also notice on this particular seder plate that there's this hand with a tree that came from this tzedakah box for the Jewish National Fund. Just to give you some ideas of where I find my materials. Or I often make my seder plates using dollhouse material, because we all host our seder plates, or most of us do, in the home. So making the framework for the seder plate out of tin dollhouses kind of gives a framework for the seder plate and for where seders happen in everybody's house. Yeah.
I love that, Harriet. And I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most unusual, or would be to us the most unusual recycled material you've used, and what did you use it to create?
Well, recently I'm actually working with recycled plastic trash. And I made, you can see it on my website, and it's a 26-foot long necklace boa made out of black plastic, which most people don't realize black plastic is not recyclable, even though it has the symbol on it. And so I'm taking the most mundane of materials, often used for like rotisserie chickens, or you get takeout dishes. And really, though you might think it's recyclable, it's not, it's trash. And so it's just a way for people to think about how their impact on society as a whole. And it is the foundation for the what you mentioned earlier, Tikkun Olam, the idea of saving our world and reuse and recycling. Oh, I
There we
think
go.
yeah.
I just love what you do. I think that you were cutting edge before it was cutting edge. And I love in the book the message that you give to kids that, you can create beautiful art from a cereal box.
Yes, that's
And
true.
yes, and I love that. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your work. I hope that people will explore your work more on your website because it's truly fascinating and beautiful. And thank you for
Thank you.
being here.